NDC bears feet, vows to deal with all members violating party's constitution as fresh details emerge about the strict conditions under which Kofi Adams was reinstated as Deputy General Secretary.
I accept the committee's recommendations and unreservedly apologize to the NDC party. Yours faithfully, Kofi Adams.
Like Kofi Adams, the party is going after one of its disqualified Boem by-election parliamentary aspirants for dragging the NDC to court, triggering a potential nasty face-off.
The chair doesn't know what he's saying. If he knows how to sanction, if you sanction his boss, how can a man be in good places? They're thinking that the party belongs to him. You should come and say that he's going to sanction me, then me and you will meet.
We'll hear from all sides and get an analysis on what this means for the party.
This is Top Story with Evans Mensah.
Top Story is brought to you by Bond Financial Services, your success, our passion, Belacra Mineral Water, the new generation mineral water. It's also brought to you by Lifebuoy, still 100% better germ protection, as well as Blue Rose Limited, shelter for all. It is a strict and uncompromising enforcement of the rules, no matter who you are in the National Democratic Congress. The party's Deputy General Secretary, Kofi Adams, faced the music and was forced into political wilderness for almost a year for disciplinary reasons. Well, today the NDC announced it is going after other notable members of the party who, with questionable disciplinary record. The first target is the party's parliamentary aspirant for the Boem constituency, Aaj Bellow, who was disqualified by the party's vetting committee before last month's by-election. He has dragged the party to court. We'll hear from him shortly. But first, fresh details are emerging about the strict conditions under which Kofi Adams was pardoned yesterday for allegedly conspiring to run down the party on a secret tape. He was faced with the option of rendering an unqualified apology for dragging the party to court or be forcibly removed from office. He chose to apologize. Now, the General Secretary of the NDC, Jones Asiru Nketia, explains.
After the receipt of the report, the Functional Executive Committee at headquarters here quickly processed the report and then forwarded a copy to Mr. Adams. And the conclusions in the report, the alleged recording was forwarded for professional advice. Preliminary information received by the committee indicated that on account of the poor quality of the voices on the tape, the investigator could not conclusively determine that the recorded conversation was one between Mr. Kofi Adams and Mr. Gabi Ochre-Dako. After a thorough review of the information available to the committee, coupled with the oral testimonies of the petitioner, one witness and the respondent, and also due to the technical weaknesses inherent in the recording, the committee is unable to establish conclusively the identity of the voices on the audio recording. Given the fact that Mr. Adams withdrew the suit against the NDC unconditionally, this fact should provide basis for mitigation of punishment. In the circumstances, the National Disciplinary Committee unanimously recommends that Mr. Adams render an unconditional apology to the NDC through its National Executive Committee. In the event of Mr. Adams' failure to or refusal to render such an apology, the National Executive Committee may impose the following disciplinary measure, to wit, removal from office under Article 49C of the Constitution. Having made the above comments on the report, and in the spirit of unity, and also the fact that the suit I initiated was never intended to cause any embarrassment to the NDC party, a party I have labored for and held in this building for many years. I accept the committee's recommendations and unreservedly apologize to the NDC party. I am most grateful. Yours faithfully, Kofi Adams.
So that's the apology rendered by Kofi Adams, which paved the way for him to be reinstated. While Kofi Adams remained suspended, he publicly blamed Asiedu Nketia, who you just heard, of being behind a plot to run him down. So what sort of relationship will now exist between Asiedu Nketia and his deputy now that he has been reinstated? And really, what does he make of Mr. Kofi Adams' return as his deputy? That's the question my colleague Francis Aban put to him at a news conference earlier today.
The fourth decision we took was also a decision to refer the conduct of another. The fourth decision we took was also a decision to refer the conduct of another party member, which conduct was complete.
Okay, so we will speak to Mr. Bellow. He was talking there about something we'll be coming to shortly, a second decision to go after another member of the party they believe to have indeed violated the party's constitution. But we can now listen to that question that was put to him after that news conference by Francis Aban. Okay. We don't have that. We will come to that if we get it. But let's speak to Mr. Aaj Bellow now. He is indeed in the Volta region, one of the key members there. He attempted to run in the Boem constituency as a parliamentary candidate. Unfortunately, the party disqualified him, and he's dragged the party to court. And what you've just been listening to is essentially the party saying that they will be going after him now, after they've dealt with the Kofi Adams incidents, to also drag him to the disciplinary committee. He's just joined us on the telephone line right now. Thank you, sir, for your time here on Top Story. What's your reaction to that? That we heard today from the General Secretary that indeed they are dragging you before the disciplinary committee.
Good evening, my brother, and good evening to your listeners. This complete laughter. I think what you saying that I violated the party constitution, they should revisit the party constitution and read it well. If I could remember Article 43. You should go there and read it when even anyone contested any position. The way you take and disqualify the person, and the time the person will responding, and the disciplinary committee will come in. Are there the listeners, people who can listen to any member of what they are saying? They know to come out and tell the people somebody that you have violated the party constitution. But I don't know whether even they are reading the party constitution. They, as a party executive, if they are reading the party constitution, I'm afraid. So for them to come and say that I violated the party constitution is neither here than there.
But is it true that you dragged the party to court?
Of course.
But the party constitution clearly says that you have to exhaust the internal processes first.
The party constitution says that you have to. Dissolve the internal cases and this. There are the constitution. That's why I said that they should be revisited Article 43. We all go, even when I was, if I am even talking about, when Komna Ajay then as a minority leader, and then 2004, and then city MP took the party to court. Are they dragging him, and is then chairman dragging Komna Ajay to the disciplinary committee, or he has said that he violated the constitution?
But
even at that time, nobody even disqualified Komna Ajay. It was the delegate who even says that they will not even endorse Komna Ajay's.
Mr. Bellow, that the example you are giving is way in the past. You're talking about your current action that the party says it's going to essentially institute disciplinary actions into. You acknowledge that what you did frowns, indeed, the constitution of your own party believes is wrong and must not be done. You agree that is the case?
I do not agree that is wrong. That's why I told them you should revisit Article 43 on the party constitution. Go there and read it again. But I did not see anything wrong when you are putting injunctions to the court, to the party parliament primaries. It is there. When you are not satisfied, you can go and put the injunction so that all part of you will come to the table and talk and okay, we agree.
Let me ask you my final question. Will you submit yourself to this disciplinary process?
It's my party, and it's my lovely party, so I am always ready to submit myself to the disciplinary committee.
Okay, thank you, sir, for
if they are ready.
Thank you very much for your time. That's Aaj Bellow. He contested. He tried to contest, indeed, in the Boem constituency during the by-election, but he was disqualified. He's dragged the party to court. The party says it's going to discipline him like they tried to do in the case of Kofi Adams. Now, we'll do some analysis on this right now, because obviously the party is bent on cracking the whip, as they did with Kofi Adams, and want to do with Mr. Bellow. But in enforcing the law, should the party consider the real possibility of further internal strife? And is the reinstatement of Kofi Adams a trusted aid to former President Rawlings, an indication of a mending relationship between an estranged founder and his party? Joining me right now on the line with some perspectives on this is the editor of the Daily Dispatch newspaper, Ben Singh. Thank you, sir, for your time here on Top Story. Now, are you surprised at the news you are just hearing that one of the conditions for reinstating Kofi Adams was that he had to apologize unconditionally to the party for dragging the party to court?
Well, I think that I'm not too surprised. I think that the apology will end what has been a very uncomfortable 6 to 8 months for Kofi Adams and the party. So I'm not too surprised that they've come to that conclusion.
Be that as it may, he has been reinstated. Do you see the hand of the founder and indeed the former President Rawlings in his reinstatement?
I think that Kofi's reinstatement, yes, definitely the founder being his godfather will have a hand. But I believe that Kofi's own conduct had also played an important part. If you realize, about 7 weeks to elections, Kofi Adams went on air, campaigning, went around the constituencies, campaigning for people to vote for President Mahama, quite in the opposite direction to the wife of the founder, Nana Konadu, and the NDP. I know that Kofi's actions in campaigning for President Mahama incurred the intense displeasure of Nana Konadu and Rawlings. And I believe by this conduct, Kofi Adams' own conduct has shown that he still wants to belong and have his share in the fortunes of the NDC.
Will this mend the relationship between the founder and the party?
I think that it will cement the improving relations, because I think that over the months, the relationship between the founder and the party and the presidency has improved quite remarkably. And I believe that Kofi Adams, the conclusion of Kofi Adams' case, will cement the bridge that is being built between the founder and the party.
We had another person who is on the party's radar as far as disciplinary proceedings are concerned, Aaj Bellow. They're pretty angry at the party's decision to drag him, although he says he'll submit. Isn't there a real risk, and the party maybe should consider it, some may suggest, as it tries to enforce and crack the whip, that it further risks deepening the rift in the party, as it seeks to make sure that the Constitution is respected by all, regardless of your status in the party? How can the party achieve that balancing act between enforcing the law and indeed also ensuring party unity?
Well, I believe that, the party is in a very clear situation. If it thinks that Aaj Bellow has done something to infringe the Constitution, it should drag him before this very committee. Aaj Bellow has said he's prepared to submit. And if he doesn't say his way clear, Aaj Bellow can proceed to the court. I believe it's important that in enforcing the law, one person's status in the constituency does not indicate that because you're an executive member, you can flout the law. So it's for Aaj Bellow to face the committee, and I think that if he's not satisfied, he can decide to go to court, because definitely discipline must be enforced. Otherwise, there's a potential that others will do the same thing and point to a preferential treatment for one person or the other.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your time. That's Mr. Ben Efson. He's the editor of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. And that's it for Top Story. My name is Evan Spencer.
Welcome to Blue Rose Limited. Here, we provide you with competitive, quality, and affordable housing facilities that is first to none. Local or international housing packages include 2-bedroom terrace, 2-bedroom semi-detached, 2 bedrooms detached, 3 bedrooms detached, 3 bedrooms executive house, and any other design of your choice. All at Bujumburam. Terms of payment is very flexible to suit you. For details, contact 0302 223 393 or 0302 862 011 or 0355 775. Blue Rose Limited. Have a feel of the Royal Blue experience.